So, we just did our physical LR Majin Vegeta and SS2 Goku that just came out. And alongside them, that came out 2 hours after, is the Eza Int Majin Vegeta. This guy is an extremely good EZA. He has one problem in his kit that we'll go over, but in my opinion, it's not the biggest deal. But it's going to be his showcase today. So we have a good build on him. The reason I gave him crit, don't get me wrong, we'll look at his kit. His intro gives him crit, but there's really no reason to keep giving him additional. And I already have him at almost 20 additional, so that's good enough. I gave him 11 dodge because dodge will always help you win. We gave him some raw defense. We gave him additional crit. And then here I just want to give him some extra attack. So we just went with a crit with attack because he pretty much has everything in his kit. And it was like one of the only gold equips that I could kind of just throw away. So we ended up giving him that. I think this is a good build for him, but you don't need to give him as much crit as I did. You can go more additional or more dodge, but giving him raw attack and some defense is really good. So if you have regular raw attack or anything with raw attack on it, the red here, it's definitely worth it. We almost have him full link level 10. We're missing 2 links, but he's only missing 0.5% attack and 0.5% attack and 1 key. So his major key links that give him a bunch of attack are here in link level 10. So it's honestly not that big of a deal. So he'll be really good. So again, this guy isn't 55% for me. We have him 90%. And yeah, we're going to be running this team here, but we'll get into that in one moment because let's quickly go over to his kit. So to look at his kit, I mean, his leader skill is pretty good, but again, you're probably not running him as leader on any team. Majin Buu Saga or Vegeta Family, 170, and then Gifted Warriors, he gives the 200% to. His super attack is he stacks attack and raises defense for 1 turn, as well as raises allies defense by 20% for 1 turn. So that's really useful because you'll see he pretty much is a slot 1 unit. So his intro, this is the only issue with his kit, but again, it's not the biggest issue in my opinion. So activates the entrance animation when there is an ally who includes Trunks on the team or a Majin Buu Saga category enemy at the start of the character's attacking turn. I wish they would have just gave this or a Majin Buu Saga ally on the team or something instead of limiting it to the enemy, because how many Majin Buu Saga enemies are there right now? Not many, including Trunks here. There's not a lot of good Trunkses that are out now. I mean, even if we go look at Vegeta's family, what Trunkses are you running? Like, this guy is good, but what category are you running them and the Majin Vegeta on? The EZA Trunks here is decent, but again, you have to do some weird setups to get these guys on there. So yeah, there's not like any really good Trunkses outside of this guy right here, who we will be running on the team. This guy is the really only very solid or meta unit, and he's fallen off a bit, that has Trunks in the name, that also gives Vegeta his intro. So the fight we're going to be going into, he would already have this because it is a Majin Buu Saga enemy. But again, you really need a Trunks, and the only good one really is physical Trunks and the Gohan Goten and Trunks. So it's kind of a tricky active. I hope that they buff this and give a Trunks an EZA or just a new Trunks in the game soon. That would be very useful. So anyway, with his intro though, he gets permanent damage reduction 30%, permanent attack and defense 50% support for the Trunks unit, as well as he gets great chance of performing a crit. So this is why I said you don't need to give the guy crit, but like I said, I just did it because you don't really need to give him anything else. You can go mainly additional, but mine already has 20 additional. So yeah, he gets guaranteed, I mean not guaranteed crit, a great chance to do crits from his intro. So his basic effects, attack and defense to 50%, which is good. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super, great. And he is a orb changer, which is really good for the new Majin Vegeta here. This guy, as you can see, needs key spheres. So, or extreme class, but key spheres are really useful here. And this guy changes key spheres as well as his passive, which you'll see 1 or more key sphere, 1 or more int spheres, or 3 or more key spheres, 3 or more int, or 5 key spheres. So this guy creating orbs is really good to help this guy out and his allies. So when HP is 88% or less, attack 88%, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, STR and int excluded to int key spheres. Again, more orb changing, really good. When activating the active skill or launching a super attack, 250% attack, an additional 200% attack when HP is 88 or less, or with 3 or more key spheres or 5 or more regular key spheres obtained. So this is pretty easy to get. His additional 200%, which is going to cause him to hit extremely hard. But again, you have to give this guy orbs. When receiving an attack with 12 key or more, defense 200%. Again, really good. 1 or more int key spheres, 3 regular key spheres, defense 150. He guards. So anytime you get him just 1 int key sphere, he's getting guard, extra defense, as well as 20% more damage reduction. So he's at 50% there. With 3 or more int key spheres or 5 or more regular key spheres, he gets an additional 10% before attacking. So you throw him in slot 1. He's got 60% damage reduction before supering. He launches another additional that has a great chance of being a super, so he can additional 3 times, so twice from his kit and then once if you give him additional. And Majin Buu Saga category allies attack and defense 40% for 2 turns. Keep in mind, very quickly, I know the video isn't about them, this guy here also gives, I mean, it's the Goku portion, but he also gives Majin Buu Saga allies 50% when you get him 8 key spheres. So Majin Buu team is going to be heavily buffed with all of the support going around. So this guy, as you can see from his kit, great unit, fantastic. The intro is the only thing that's kind of tricky. Even his key orb restrictions here aren't that hard to get because he has key spheres here that he changes, and then as well when where is it? Here, when HP is 80% or less. So his active skill, Final Explosion, performs critical hits within the turn which the active skill is activated, so again, don't need to give him crit. Greatly raises attack temporarily and causes mega colossal damage to all enemies. Stuns them for 1 turn while sacrificing 18% HP. This is not the biggest deal because this also helps to get him his, his 88% or less passive here. So it's really good because you will hurt yourself, so you'll be below the threshold to be able to get his extra buff. So he'll hit extremely hard on his active skill condition. On his active skill turn, I mean. But on top of that, the only tricky part is you want to make sure you give him 5 or more key spheres, because if you give him int, he's going to heal himself, and then you're going to be over the 88%, which he doesn't get the extra 88% attack. So his active skill condition is it can be activated after the character receives an attack 6 or more times in battle, which you would think is a little annoying, but honestly, he is going to go in slot 1, especially if you give him 3 or more int key spheres or 5 regular key spheres for the extra damage reduction 10% before attacking, before he supers. So he can go in slot 1, and he's going to eat a bunch of attacks. So this isn't that hard to get. So yeah, his linking partners, obviously any Majin Vegeta or Vegeta. So the Vegetas here, 4 links, not that great, but still the STR blues can help him out a little bit. But yeah, the new Majin Vegeta gives him all of his links, which is great. He doesn't link with the AGL LR Majin Vegeta, unfortunately. And then we have the Tech Majin Vegeta, who is actually still really solid. So instead of rocking the AGL Majin Vegeta, we are going to use this Vegeta that transforms into Majin Vegeta. So we're going to bring this guy just for link purposes, and hopefully we can get them on the same turn. So yeah, we're just going to run the tech one here, and we're going to go in just like this. So I'll be back in just a moment.
Trunks, お前は赤ん坊の頃から一度も抱いてやったことがなかったな。抱かせてくれ。
なんだよパパ、やめてよ、恥ずかしいよ。
元気でな、トランクス。
ことやってる場合じゃねえぞ。
分かった。勝負はお預けだ。
All three, sure. Okay, so we got all of the intros there, but we got Vegeta on our first rotation next to the Majin Vegeta, so this is a very good turn for him. We're also going to put him in slot 1 because it's his showcase. We'll be able to see how good our 55% physical Majin Vegeta is as well, but we're going to put our Majin Vegeta in slot 1. I'm just checking. Okay, so here we go. So we want to make sure we give him orbs. Again, you only need to give him 3 or 5. Let's check it one more time. Yeah, you only need to give this guy 3 int orbs or 5 key spheres. So this is more than enough here. So we're going to give this guy this. And next to Majin Vegeta, the physical LR here, he has almost all of his links active besides this one, and he's only missing out on attack and defense 10%. So this is kind of his best turn. 476k defense. It's going to build as he supers, of course. We want to make sure we give Majin Vegeta some orbs here, the physical LR. There's a lot of Majin Vegeta, so... yeah, so let's see what he does. He should hit pretty hard here. Let's see. 50 million, really good at the start. Keep in mind he has a great chance to crit, so these could hit pretty hard. There's one crit, the additional super, 54, he stacks attack, keep that in mind. There we go, another crit. Can we get one more? Additional. Okay, so 57. He would have hit 60 if we hit our last additional for a super, but that's okay. 3 supers, 1 turn is really, really good. They're all crits. He did a ton of damage, and he'll be able to tank this without problem. This fight isn't that hard, but just keep in mind that this guy is going to be tanking very, very well. And my Majin Vegeta at 85 million on his EX super. Really, really, really good. So yeah, Int Majin Vegeta, great. We're going to see him do more and hit a little bit harder. So, you know, that's not the end of him. But still, for the first turn, that's really, really good. And keep in mind, we're not even below the threshold, the 88%. So he can still get up there in terms of damage. And like I said, this event doesn't hit that hard. So, you know, we're not really going to be able to see the tanking abilities a crazy amount. But like I said, he would be able to tank everything fine for the most part. Bio Broly might give him some problems because he is int. So he will have some problems against Bio Broly. But every other boss, like even Red Zone Cell Max, he'll be perfectly fine. So, yeah, Majin Vegeta is going to be a great tank. I just want to make sure you guys know that this isn't like the hardest event in the game or anything. So the tanking ability isn't that crazy. You're not really going to see how good he is at tanking. But like I said, he can still tank a lot. We can bring him into another event if this is too short. And we'll bring him into the UI Goku and Blue Vegeta special battle event because that Blue Vegeta hits insanely hard. So yeah, we're going to skip till we get them on the next rotation. I'll be right back. So unfortunately, we died in our last run. The Tech one here got supered and got instantly destroyed. So these guys can hit pretty hard. So that was pretty unfortunate. And we were at like 50% HP, and then of course this Boo just healed us up a ton. So unfortunately, we died last run, and then on this run we just got healed, so we don't have the 88%, as well as Majin Vegeta here only supered like twice, so his attack numbers might be a little bit lower. So after this event, we're going to hop in the UI Goku and Vegeta event, and then that'll be the end of the showcase. But he should still do incredible numbers here again. So we're going to see that. He's at 646k defense. And we're probably just going to kill Goku right here. If our Majin Vegeta does it, then the physical one will. So let's just see what he's at. Again, he's going to tank all of this with no problem. Oh, 325. Okay, so he actually took some damage. Not bad. I think he gets buffed because Vegeta's dead. But 62 million. Really good. And that's with the 88% buff, which is actually useful that we got supered there. 66, he dodged. We can get 2 more. 70 million. And he has a great chance to crit. So let's just see. Yeah, I mean, he could do 1 more. 75. Yeah, that's amazing. This Vegeta is really, really, really good. I would like to get his active. He just killed Goku. So that was a very good showcase for him. So we're just going to come back next time. And our next time you see me, we're going to have his active up. And we're just going to use his active. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back around on the Special Battle Part 2 here. And we have Vegeta's active. He's at 371k defense. We can activate his active skill as well as give him the orbs he needs. We're going to go into the standby here just to see if the support changes. But there's a chance that he gives Vegeta attack with the standby, because when you go into Vegeta's standby, the Babidi into Majin Vegeta, he has a 99% chance of giving me extreme class allies. I think like 50% attack or something. So we'll see if his numbers go up or down here. Okay, so they look like they stayed the same. So now what we're going to do they even link? They do. And he has the same, oh, he doesn't have the battle motion, these guys do. So we're going to pop Vegeta's active. Here we go.
貴様の片付け方が分かったぞ。やっとな。貴様を倒すには二度と修復できないよう粉々に吹っ飛ばすことだ。さらばだ。ブルマ、トランクス、そしてカカロット。
Okay, not a ton of damage, but that active is really nice. I really enjoy the animation of that. So, let me just see exactly what we need to give him here, because we don't want to heal. That's the issue. So we have to try and get him 5 key spheres. Is this going to heal us past? It doesn't, and we can get him that there. Okay, so we're going to run the rotation like this, because we don't want to give him that. So he's at 476k defense, but keep in mind, he also has a ton of damage reduction here, and yeah, so Vegeta might kill this Majin Vegeta here. We have a Whis up because I just want to make sure that Majin Vegeta doesn't die and we get to see this guy attack a few times. So we have to hope and pray that we survive this. But this Vegeta, the enemy blue Vegeta, hits insanely hard. So let's see. Oh, he dodged it. Okay, perfect. So let's see what Majin Vegeta does. 57. Okay, not the best because we didn't really get too many chances to stack with Majin Vegeta here. But still good enough. 61. Again, we saw the active. We got the animation. That's all we really wanted. So, yeah, we can end the showcase after this turn, which we probably are going to die at the end here. Ah, he didn't super for me. Alright, so yeah, that was the new Majin Vegeta. He's really great. I really enjoy using him. I think his intro is a little bit of a problem, but it's not the biggest deal if you have the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, who is also on his banner. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's see if we die. We probably will, even with the resub, because this Vegeta hits crazy hard along with his crit. Let's see. Oh, wow, we tanked it. Okay, well, either way, there's no point in going further. This is just a bunch of BS. We're just going to use actives and try and kill the boss. We probably will die here. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you. I hope you guys are enjoying the new units. Let me know your thoughts below. And yeah, I hope you all have a good day. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.